I follow a lot of fashion designers and fashion content creators on social media. I found that I have a lot of passion for that aspect of things. I just like to see beautiful things, right? I love things that are aesthetically pleasing. One of my favorite things or favorite phrases to use on this channel, for those that follow me already, you guys know that I like to say, oh, try to make this look as aesthetically pleasing as possible. Try your best to do this and make it aesthetically pleasing. I just like seeing things that are beautiful to the eyes. And one thing about me is that for me, mentorship does not have to be something direct. I don't have to see you physically to learn from you, right? My own way of learning from people, especially people that I'm aware of the fact that I don't have direct access to them. One thing about me is I'm going to follow them on social media, because social media is a perfect tool to just learn from people, see what they are doing, and just pick one or two things from them. And in today's video, the focus of what I'm going to be talking about in terms of this mentorship that I've garnered for myself through social media is self-care for fashion designers and entrepreneurs. I've seen that a lot of us, especially in the fashion design industry, we are all about working, coming up with the next beautiful outfit, the next beautiful headpiece, the next amazing video for social media. And I'm also guilty of this. I found over the past couple of weeks that I've stressed myself out so much with, oh, what's the next amazing YouTube video that I can create for my social media followers and supporters of the work that I do on here. And I've not taken the time to actually take good care of myself, both mentally, physically, and all around. In today's video, like I said earlier, I'm going to be talking about self-care for fashion designers. These are like 6 things that I've jotted down in my notebook in front of me that I've found that are very important for fashion designers to take notes of while caring for themselves and also thinking of expanding and growing their businesses. If you'll be interested in knowing all about the things that I have jotted down that I spoke about, please make sure you watch this video all the way through. If you found anything that I said in the video useful, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up. It supports my channel greatly, and it also lets me know that you guys got value from watching. If you have questions, feedback, suggestion for me, don't hesitate to drop it down in the comments. Share this video with your entrepreneur friend or fashion designer friend. And yeah, guys, let's just engage. Alright guys, welcome back. If this is your first time seeing me, hello, my name is Funmibi Olawore. I am a fashion entrepreneur based in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. I come on here from time to time on this YouTube channel to just share content relating to fashion, craft, and sewing, beading, millinery, and all that jazz. If you go through my channel, you'll see everything that I typically get up to in my journey in this industry of fashion designing. The first self-care tip that I have for us in today's video is for us to take good care of our health. As fashion designers, I know a lot of us spend majority of our time thinking of ways to improve our business, thinking of how to satisfy our customers that are always on our neck for one thing or the other, thinking of how to generate revenue to pay off our workers and ourselves. But while thinking of all of these things that I've listed, it's very important for us to take care of our health. Please take note of the fact that it's only someone that is alive that can render service. It's only someone that is healthy that can render a service. I can't imagine a sick fashion designer thinking about paying salary or thinking about creating designs. We don't want sickness for ourselves. So that's why it's important, above money, above satisfaction of our clients and all the other things that we have to think of, we need to put our health first. And for me personally, in my own journey, what I like to do is yearly to schedule visits to the hospital to just check my body. I don't wait till I'm sick and grounded and I can't do anything before I go to the hospital. From time to time, when I just think, okay, it's been 6 months and I've not gone to the hospital, let me just walk in there, check my blood pressure, run some tests, check for malaria, check for this and that, and just allow my doctor just run a check, right? I know a lot of us associate the hospital with negative things, and we hear people, especially out here in the country, saying stuff like, oh, God forbid, I will never go to the hospital. Amen to that. I also claim that for myself. I claim good health and vitality for myself, but let's please take note that going to the hospital does not necessarily have to be about us being sick with one thing or the other. We can just schedule routine checks. Another thing relating to health as well is also trying our best to take supplements. I am not a healthcare practitioner. I am not one of those people, but I believe that especially as women and as adults, we get to a stage in our life when it's time for us to start to supplement our diets with certain vitamins and minerals. And this is where all these dietary supplements come into play. like I said earlier, I am not a healthcare practitioner, so talk to your healthcare service provider, ask them about things that you can take to just put you in a tip-top shape when it comes to your health. Another thing that I would like to also talk about, especially for ladies, is scheduling pap smear. This is something that I know that a lot of people don't talk about. Of recent, I've seen a couple of us content creators, female content creators, talking about pap smear, but pap smear is a particular procedure that you typically gets done in a gynecologist's office. Please do your research online. Just Google pap smear. I'm going to leave the spelling on the screen. It's not something that you do yearly. I believe it's supposed to be done every 3 years. Please don't quote me. Like I said, Google the procedure and talk about it with your gynecologist. I feel like once you hit the age of 25, 26, you need to be seeing a gynecologist. I didn't do that in my own case. It was after marriage that I started going to see a gynecologist, and I found that a gynecologist for a lady is a very important person to see from time to time, right? So schedule your pap smear with your gynecologist, take your supplements, go for routine checks here and there, and I pray that God helps us to do all of these things that I've suggested to us in Jesus' name. The next thing I have for us here as well is body care, okay? After we've taken care of our health, we should also do our best to take care of our body, okay? And with body care, it's pretty basic in my opinion. With body care, just take your bath from time to time. As a woman, I feel like at least twice a day is a good place to be at when it comes to body care, bathing in the morning as well as in the night. Also, things like scheduling occasional days where you take your time with your body care routine, you do your scrubs, you do your skincare and all of that, intensive skincare. I feel like for skincare, it can be daily, right? For me personally, every single day, I'm using my sunscreen, I'm using my serums on my face, my toners and all of that. But there are certain days where I go in, where I take my time with all of these steps and just bombard my face with nice products that will just help with the health of my skin and the glow of my skin, right? So as fashion designers, as entrepreneurs, these things, let's not leave it at that. Oh, skincare, I hear some people from time to time saying things like, oh, I'm not into skincare. It's not a good thing to say, in my opinion. You need to be into skincare. If you don't take care of yourself, who is going to take care of you, right? So buy body scrubs, buy a nice body wash, buy a nice body soap, spend money on yourself. We are making all of this money, and some of us are so stingy to ourselves. You rather put all of that money back into your business. I know I am a promoter of, reinvest in your business, this and that, but also take time to also spend on yourself. You are the one working for all of this money, so you need to allow that money as well show on your body, right? Buy these little things here and there. Buy a good deodorant. Deodorant is another important product that we need to buy as men and women, okay? As grown adults, we are not supposed to be smelling a certain type of way. I have a separate video, I believe. I don't know if that video is still on the channel, where I talked about body hygiene. I see occasionally I met someone telling me that, oh, she doesn't use deodorant because she doesn't think she needs it, because she takes her bath morning and night, so she feels like deodorant is not necessary. And I had a conversation with the person, right? But please, let's not be those people that will say stuff like, I don't use deodorant because I have my bath. Even though you have your bath, please take your time to use a deodorant. You can use roll-ons for people that like to use roll-ons, but please, let's take care of our intimate areas, our underarms. You don't want a client coming to your workspace to maybe take measurements or consult with you, and the kind of aroma that is coming from you is not nice. For me personally, is a weird spot to be in, because the person already has a certain type of impression from you. You don't want to be the fashion designer that people associate with having a weird smell on their body. So please, let's take note of these things. The next thing I have in front of me is oral hygiene, okay? After taking care of your body and using bathing, using your body scrub, doing your skincare and all that jazz, please make sure that your mouth as well is smelling good, okay? Your mouth is not supposed to be having a weird smell. If you know that, okay, on this particular day you ate something kind of smelly, something like a food maybe that has a lot of garlic or ginger, or something that has to do with fish, because fish tends to smell, seafood in general, once you eat seafood, it will tend to smell on your mouth. Make sure that you have a breath mint with you, okay? Buy chewing gum and always have it in your bag, so that even if you eat any of these weird things, you can quickly throw it in your mouth and chew. Or aside all these things that I've spoken about, do your regular brushing of teeth, okay? Buy a good toothbrush and toothpaste, brush your teeth. As a fashion designer, you want, when you're communicating with your clients, don't be having a fishy smelling mouth or garlic smelling mouth or gingery weird smelling mouth, okay? Make sure that your breath is very fresh, okay? So do all of these things, and also schedule your routine dental checks, okay? Ideally, you're supposed to see your dentist at least twice a year, right? So you can do that. Okay, if I see my dentist in January, the next time I'm going to see my dentist is probably going to be sometime in July or August, right? So just do all of these things. And with scaling and polishing, which is like the most common procedure when you walk into your dentist's office, it's very inexpensive. Okay guys, it's inexpensive. The last time I did my scaling and polishing out here in Port Harcourt, it cost me only 15,000 naira. I know for some people 15,000 naira is a lot of money, but I don't think it's something unachievable for a fashion entrepreneur, a fashion designer, and entrepreneur in general. If you're making all of this money from your business, put money aside that, okay, this money is for my teeth, so I need to clean my teeth. Oh, this money is for my monthly supply of my body care products. This money is for me to go to the hospital to just run some checks and all of that. Okay, let's do our best to do all of these things. The next thing I have here is delegating task. And I, Funbi, that is sitting in front of you, is also guilty of this. I always feel like I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, which is true. I know I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, but it gets to a certain stage in your business where you need to trust people and delegate tasks to them. And this is where employing staff comes into play. If you know that you've expanded your business to a certain level and you cannot do it alone, please don't be stingy. Don't say, oh, all this profit I'm making, I don't want to share it with anybody. I want to do it by myself. That's like us writing a letter to breaking down and burnout and intense fatigue, right? Okay, employ trustworthy people and trust them to be able to deliver. Okay, that's why it's very important to do stuff like training, onboarding for new staff members and all of that. So just do this, delegate tasks. Basically, that's a summary of all that I'm saying there. The next thing I have here is for us to schedule days when we go to a spa. Go to a spa, let them give you a nice body scrub, massage you very well. All that body, you've been sitting on a sewing machine for weeks and your back is feeling stiff. It's time to go to a spa and have them massage your back very well, massage your shoulders, massage even up to your fingertips that you're using to sew and bead and do all of these things. Just schedule spa dates. I feel like spa dates for some people is kind of like a luxury, right? It's not something that they think is very important, but just a relaxing day where you can just go to a spa and have them give you a nice body scrub. If you need to wax, let them wax your body, wax your legs, wax your underarms and all the other areas that you think you want to wax. Have them massage you and all of that. Out here in Nigeria, you can just look around your area, find out. I feel like with Google these days, you can just easily Google all of these things that I'm mentioning on here and make an affordable decision for yourself. I feel like for all these things that I mentioned, there are different price grades, right? You look for the one that falls into your income bracket that you can afford without, you know, doing a lot of damage to your bank account, and just do it for yourself. In the remaining part of this year 2023 and beyond, we are going to be prioritizing self-care on here on this channel. Okay, I know a lot of people that follow me are upcoming fashion designers, or even some of them are even established fashion designers. If you've listened to all of the things that I've said so far and you know that you are guilty of one or two of these things, if you're the kind of person that doesn't like to spend money on yourself because you are afraid that, oh, where will you see the next money, let's eliminate every form of scarcity mindset and begin to embrace the abundance that God has called us into. Okay, the next tip I have for us is to sleep. Fashion designers, please sleep. Entrepreneurs, sleep. Okay, problem would, you always have challenges here and there, but for me, I like to find my solace in the word of God. God also assures us that even in the midst of all these challenges and tribulations, God will always be with us. Okay, so try your best. Oh, the business is not doing as well as you would like it to do. Oh, this customer's dress, they did a mistake on it and you don't know how you're going to fix it. No wahala. Sleep. Get at least 8 hours of sleep. Of recent, I've seen some people say, oh, you don't need 8 hours of sleep, you need 6 hours. 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever amount of hours you can get sleep for. Sleep. I feel like for me personally, on days when I'm so worried and so stressed out about one thing or the other, the moment I sleep very well and wake up, I wake up with new bright ideas, right? They don't give award for the most sleep deprived fashion designer or sleep deprived entrepreneur. Okay, so take your time, sleep, wake up, and then just you have a clearer mind and clearer head to think and just come up with great ideas. The final thing that I have here on my list of self-care tips for entrepreneurs and fashion designers is rest. Okay, please, let's find time to always rest in a day. Schedule time that, okay, oh, I am taking from this time to rest. I'm not going to be responding to Instagram messages from people that are asking me to make this dress for them or make this headpiece for them. I'm not going to be answering my workers that are calling me from the shop telling me this and that are spoiled at the shop. I'm just going to rest. Okay, And in the midst of all these daily routine rest moments, you also want to schedule leave. Let's not leave this idea of taking leave to people that have 9 to 5 alone. As a fashion designer, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, schedule leave, yearly leave for yourself as well. They don't give award for the most stressed out entrepreneur. There's no plaque that goes to that person. Okay, so make sure that from time to time, every single year, you schedule. If it's that, oh, once we get to April, I'm taking 3 weeks in April for rest, I'm taking 2 weeks in April for rest. One person that I know that she does not joke with her rest moments, almost every year, Vicky James, that is like my internet sister, you see that, oh, she has gone to Dubai, she has gone to Morocco, she has gone to this, she has gone to that. She doesn't stress herself out. Is her business doing great? Absolutely. As the business burns down even though she's out of the country? Absolutely not. So let's not feel like it's a good thing, or it gives you bragging rights when you're saying stuff like, oh, I've been working for the past 3 years, I've not gone on holiday. Even holiday, I know I mentioned that Vicky James travels to places like Dubai and Morocco. If your budget can only afford you sitting in your house and eating good food at home, do that, right? You don't have to travel outside of the country to relax. If you know that you have all that you need in your house, just take time. Okay, during this my leave, all I'm doing is spending time with my family, spending time with my children, spending time with just loved ones, right? And just chilling, going to see movies, eating good food. And during the leave as well, you can just schedule time for just brainstorming and thinking. If it's that, okay, once every week I'll sit down and just think and just come up with new ideas for the business, so that by the time I resume from this leave, I would know what to do. I'll be able to incorporate this and that into my business. So this is everything for today's video. I hope you guys picked one or two from the things that I've shared in this video. I just thought of it to myself that for me, for the past 2 weeks, you've just been thinking and being stressed out about the fact that you've not filmed a video for your YouTube people, but I found I wasn't healthy basically. And after I came to that self-realization, I decided to incorporate all of these things that I spoke about. I was sleeping more, resting more, just at a point, I even found myself scrolling aimlessly on the internet. And you know how I always preach against scrolling aimlessly on the internet, but I just wanted to give myself a break. And I feel very refreshed now after taking the time to care for myself, because I am the vessel that God is using to do all of these things that I'm doing with my businesses here and there. And if the vessel is not in tip-top shape, the vessel will not be able to produce good quality output, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a big fat thumbs up. If there's any other thing as well that you'd like to add to all of the things that I've spoken about in today's video, please do well to talk to me down in the comment section. Share this video with a friend. Subscribe to this channel if you're yet to subscribe. And yeah, besties, I can't wait to see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.